Okay, welcome back to Sharky's Neighborhood. Sharky's Hood for short. And we're playing Never Alone. Last episode, we got into what the Northern Lights were considered. Within that culture, we also figured out what the blizzard was coming from. It was from a giant picking ice and shoveling it out, and the snow from that caused the blizzard. And Nuna took the axe and she ran away with it. So let's get into this. Let's watch another cultural insight before we get started.
In the month of November, there's no sun. So during that dark time, we travel by the light of the moon. It's quite different. Everything was silver and black. Toward the horizon, we could see where caribou are because their body heat flowing upward, and we could see it glowing in the moonlight against a dark horizon where there's no stars. If somebody yelled, you could know who yelled from where the sound came from, but specifically where that cloud of their breath went up and it glowed in the moonlight. So that was a good time to travel. It was very surrealistic. And so things that were dark objects look very close, and white objects look very far.
Man, I would have got most of them too. So we're going back this way? We're running from him, right? That's what I'm assuming. Oh! she like kind of like people to village. So I don't know how the village gonna feel about that. But let me.
We're taught that there's no hierarchy. It's not everything else and then man, humans on top, and they're separate from everything. We're taught that everything is equal and that all the animals have a human form or can be seen in a human form. And so they have just as much or more intelligence. In fact, have a lot to teach people. And so that's how these transformations can happen. It's if the animal wants you to see it in its human form. There's a story where a man comes up to an ice hole and then realizes there's another man in his parka that's got stuck in the net, and is just stuck like that. Oh, can you let me out? Please help me, And so then he lets the man out, but then realizes that was actually a seal. That was a seal man. And just because that seal wanted that help, that seal allowed itself to be seen in human form.
Niveak siya nga utik tok ay makakawig minyon. Agalan inyuk pasyo malakiro ka. Ukahone. Ulimau tiga kairo. Niveak siya nga ulo. Kau tau tiga ulimau. Ipkili siya halo, ase milok siya te bilugo inyuk pasok man. Kaya check bike yun inyuk pasok, ilak tok kahone atu raksirok. Kunok sayo ka hangin. Ulimau tiga kailega ula kuleange ani yubi isiga kisimea kenyet paten nibiak siya karoluk illa titkiksok ang ayokag menyot.
So I left 4 unlocked. Ain't that something?
The recurring type of character in Inupiaq stories is the manslayer. And the manslayer is kind of this bad guy. And I think really what's at risk when the manslayer comes into story is the livelihood of individuals and the whole community. And so the manslayer is really used as a way to say, don't act only for yourself. Always hold the community in your heart. Oftentimes in these stories, there is one person that will stand up.
And what this humble person will represent, who faces that manslayer, is a return to order, a return to true living in the community. And it just takes that one person. It could just be that one person that can help to change everything. Because everyone wants to live a good life. Everyone wants to have a good community. With the story of Kunuk Sayuka, told by Robert Cleveland. It's just a masterwork. It's a well-known story among the Inupiaq people, and in our case, of producing a video game that really reflects indigenous heritage. It captures the imagination, and it's something that you have a very specific kind of task to do. There's a blizzard, you know, and it is just a non-stop blizzard that is overpowering the people, and there's one man that wants to figure it out. And in our case of the story, it's a girl that wants to find the source of that blizzard. The blizzard man, it's like that is the physical embodiment of an element of nature. And so there's a person that needs to go up and take away that's chipping away that snow.
In that community, the person least expected is the one who stands up and makes the difference.
Humility is something that we value, and where that comes from is the idea that you are not the biggest thing in the world. And when you live in an extreme environment like where the Inuit reside, you're at the whim of the environment, of the climate, of the animals. You can be as prepared as you can, by learning from your elders that, you're not the biggest force in the world.
Deriganyam nukat piam ukallautiga ne veaxeaqalualu. Ilaannin iñuuniaqaluaquvit aullangagaluaquvit aisuliquvit itqaqsaqagima. Aasiitavra tautugunaiqsoq tat paunga taaqtuamun sillamun. Tavra tainna nasum unipkaaqamaam tusaangagiga.
Finished. I truly enjoyed that game. Aww. I'm gonna go ahead and let the credits roll by because that was very, very educational and fun. And I kind of enjoyed it for my first puzzle game. I got to learn something and it wasn't extremely difficult. So, awesome game. And you guys have a good day.